I've got my board marked out, cut the length. Now I'm going to drill some holes. I'm going to be using a Miller's Falls number 732 10-inch brace. I'm going to be drilling 1-inch diameter holes down the length of that. Now why 1 inch? Well, when I measured across the end of the marking gauges, the biggest one was 7/8 inch across, diagonal. With a 1-inch diameter hole, I'll have more than enough room for the bar to slip down through the hole, and the block will rest on the face of the shelf. And because I have the pin on the end of the marking gauge, that'll stop the block from sliding up, even though I have it loose. Before I start drilling, I want to go through and put a prick mark. That does two things for me. One, it lets me start the hole. Two, it lets me set the place where I'm going to be drilling the hole at firmly in my mind. It's awful easy to get out of sequence and put a hole in the wrong spot if you're not careful. I'm going to drill just far enough for the pilot screw to start poking through the bottom, and I'm going to flip the boards over and drill back in from the other direction. By doing that, the spurs score the top surface so that when the radial edge goes through, it doesn't splinter. If I were to take the drill bit and just shove it on through this plywood, it would break out at the back. So by drilling partway through, give myself a mark for the back, and I also prevent splitting. I don't know if you can see this, but all I'm doing with this hand is just steadying the drill bit. I don't have to push down because the pilot screw on the auger is taking the bit into the wood. All my left hand is really doing is making sure that I have it vertical. just because I am who I am, I'm going to mark where the holes go to be sure when I run the auger bit in there, I drill into the hole that I want to drill into. This is used wood. There was a screw hole right there. If I hadn't gone through and done that, I might have drilled that hole and missed the hole on the backside. That would have been disappointing. To prevent that happening again, I put my finger into the hole on the bottom, and then I could tell exactly where the hole was going to be. Now with the marks there and the punches and the hole where the pilot screw came through, I'm going to hit my target every time. By going slowly, I make sure that that spur scribes the hole completely before I actually start cutting. And I don't put any side load on the grain. Plywood being made up of a lot of small veneer layers glued together, some of the veneer layers aren't very strong. Putting side load on them can cause it to chip out, and that one chipped out a little bit there. Almost missed it on that one, even with all my precautions. There was a screw there that just tricked my eye and made me think that it was the hole. Have it. 7 marking gauges all on a nice shelf, room for 4 more. I'm going to stop now. I've got other things I got to take care of, and we'll come back to this tomorrow. Finish up making the shelf and make some brackets and get it hung onto the wall. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any suggestions for any new videos or questions about today's video or any of the other videos on the series, just drop a note in the comments below. You know I read them all.